What kind of music does Zygnema play?
Power groove.
Power groove. What exactly is power groove?
Power groove. You know, cut cut. Basically, Pantera came up with power metal and
Okay.
groove metal. So
Okay.
power groove metal. That's how power groove came up.
Okay. See, dudes, you can really chill out because I'm going to edit this.
No
Okay,
problem.
so it's cool. If you make mistakes, it's cool.
It's more like
Any influences? Favorite influences of the band? You know,
A lot.
Yeah.
We even have individual influences. So
all individual influences.
so we just mix up together and have fun.
Okay. So basically, like the whole thrash scene and Pantera.
The groove scene.
The groove scene.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, how well do you guys know the underground scene in Mumbai? How long have you guys been playing?
Almost 4 years, but 1 year we were like inactive because I wasn't
Okay.
here.
Okay.
So 3 years? Almost 3 years.
Okay.
shit, this is
The lineup hasn't been steady. Myself and Jimmy, we have kept the band alive. Without a drummer and a bass player, we would still jam.
Okay.
Then this guy played a couple of shows with our previous drummer Sachin. And then we found Mayank playing with the atmosphere, and then we snatched him.
Yeah.
since then he's been a bitch.
So how do you think that since the time you started and now, how do you think the scene has changed? Has it gone for the better or worse? What's going on?
It's your turn.
Just one second. Shut off your phones, man. Please shut off
Silent.
your phones. Keep it
Very
on silent.
nice. Very nice.
My phone is on silent, 24/7.
Cool. And
Tell us the questions now so we prepare. You know?
no. It's very simple.
वैसे भी edit हो रहा है यार. अच्छा तो इसको भी phone का.
Yeah. So how do you think that the underground scene has changed over the years?
Well, more because of previously there was the rock scene was much better because Raz was okay. Shut up, bastard! Don't laugh. Well, because there's this place called Raspberries in Juhu. It had a good a platform where it used to allow new coming bands to perform over there. So now the scene is more different because now we have more shows in colleges than at a venue. So it's more of a college show than what it was.
It's just like the extreme metal bands are not being given opportunities. It's just that only mainstream bands that attract people's attention are given opportunities, and bands like Exhumation, Atmosphere, and Third Sovereign, they don't get the main platform. And we try to see such kind of extreme bands because they are like super talented and
Cool. You guys have any favorite artists from the scene itself, from Mumbai scene?
from too many of them. Topi निकालो.
निकाल दे यार.
Hey, 21 लिखा है उसमें.
हाँ वो आ गया बस.
Scribe, Bharak Moth, Exhumation. Those are my personal influences. I don't know about these guys. Then,
Okay.
coming from other genre, we saw this band in Goa called as Rainbow Bridge.
Okay.
They were brilliant. Then, this other band, Atmosphere.
Atmosphere.
Fuck, man. That is one extreme band that I love to watch all the time. Exhumation. Which other bands?
Abrashes,
Abrashes from Pune.
Phantom from Bangalore.
Eccentric
Abandoned.
Pendulums.
Eccentric Pendulum, Abandoned Agony.
Good bands are there in Bangalore.
All the
There's another band
Most
from Calcutta called Mosh Pit.
That's
very good.
It's pretty good.
yeah, they're kids, but they're fucking tight, man.
Yeah.
So they are not kids.
I thought they
They
were
are all older than us.
Actually, yeah.
They were looking like kids.
No, the vocalist was at the
Elder to
eldest.
Ravi also.
He was the eldest. He was 28.
28. I thought they were 17 or something.
Fuck no.
They just look like.
I'm 23. I look like 30. He looks like 45.
Okay. Currently, what do you think are the things that are detrimental to the scene? Okay, what are the main issues of the scene that you guys are facing as a band? How do you think you can make the scene better? What things can be done?
Number one, if you are trying for an open air gig or something, cops are the biggest problem. They don't issue you with the permission. In spite of you showing them a clean check, you paying all the taxes. You're paying entertainment tax as well, but still the organizers have to undergo a lot of things. Like we organized tribute to the Beast, our beloved friend Vinci, who used to play the bass for Atmosphere. Even to get sponsors, it's so hard. Just because you have a list of metal bands playing, the sponsors just keep turning you down.
So why do you think that is? Why do the general public in India or in Bombay, since we're talking about Bombay, why do you think they hate metal so much? Is there a stereotypical image that they have?
Yeah,
Or...
just like the city of Bollywood or whatever.
Okay.
It's opening up much better. Like what it was before and what it's now. I see these kids like 15, 16, they just like lie to their parents and they come for metal shows. That's a good thing. Like this wasn't the scene earlier. I got into metal when I was 19, but it's getting better. But still, a lot can be done.
Yeah, just like getting the crowd together and
Especially like the sponsors who are up there who they should be a bit open minded. They should not categorize us like we're going to put in like 5 crores just for a trance party and 5,000 for a metal show. But they want the same amount of promotion. So they should just cut down the barrier and take it on the same level because musicians are musicians after all. They put in the same amount of hard work. So just give them an opportunity.
More or less, it may be also because of the language.
okay.
More
And language is one problem. But
that would be the major problem here. So
You think in India people are not used to the whole growling funda? Because a lot of people are put off by metal. They listen to metal music, but they have a huge problem with growling. You think that is still an issue?
Yeah, it is. Because you see, like the music in India is mainly influenced by melody, and that comes by vocal melodies or different rhythms. But when we growl, there is no melody in the vocals. So usually the general people they cannot identify with the song because there is no melody, and they cannot hum. And actually, if you go to see, people who are not used to growling, they cannot take it. For them, it's just pure noise.
Hmm.
So for them to get used to it is a long procedure. They can't just suddenly move from subtle songs to metal.
Okay.
So I think that's
and
so
maybe
it's a fact.
mainly because half of them they can't understand what the vocalist is trying to say.
Yeah, that's
What are
another
the
issue.
message?
That's one
The
problem.
They
message
cannot
is
understand
not
words.
the message is not conveyed. So you know what I'm saying. So
But still, some people try and connect with the growling part as energy, but they don't know the shit's happening.
Yeah.
They बाद में और put like, hey, send me the lyrics, man.
Yeah. It's cool. Another interesting thing I want to ask you. What do you think? Since you guys have been in the scene for a while, what do you think about the involvement of women in the scene? Do you think it's increased, decreased? What's going? Is it better than before? What is the involvement like? Do you guys,
Mr. Sharma.
Do you guys want to say anything, Mr. Sharma?
I will, but later on.
Oh, okay.
Clearing the throat. Bracket with the clears throat.
Yes, though. Maybe it might have increased. I don't know why.
You guys have more female fans now than before.
We never went out counting.
Yeah,
I wish we did,
You've never noticed that.
Because
You
whenever-
never observed.
Okay,
that
I'm
much
going to
so
be
closely.
pretty honest, but I'm not like pointing fingers or what. But
Hmm.
if you're an alternative or funk
more
band
of
or
a
whatever,
screamo band,
screamo is later on. But then
Uh,
a funk band or a clean lovey-dovey band,
Hmm.
you'll find women going all the time. But then when a musician is more talented and they're playing metal and they're moving faster, the drummer is pretty good. They'll be like, "Oh, this is pure noise," and let's get out of the venue.
oh, okay.
All my 150 bucks is gone down the drain.
Oh,
So that attitude needs to change a little bit.
you've actually seen this thing happening?
Yes, quite. Independence Rock was the best
Okay.
example.
Okay.
That's when I was really pissed. Why can't you just accept? Okay, don't accept metal, but just respect what the musicians are doing. Don't buy the CD, fine, but
Now, you guys, as metalheads, do you listen to other genres of music?
definitely.
You do. Now, do you think that who listen to commercial music are much more hard on you than you are to their genres? As in, like, you listen to their music, you appreciate good music, right? But do you think that people, when they listen to metal, they just categorize it as noise and throw it immediately without paying attention or
Well,
without giving it the due time and respect?
I've come across a lot of people who are into a different genre, but some of them who are like true musicians, they like give it a try and they listen to all the parts that I've written. They listen to the drummer, they listen to the bass player, and they appreciate what individual musicians have done. But they'll be honest, like I like what you have done as musicians, but I can't connect with it. At least they have the time to listen to it. But some people are like,
But there are very few people
Exactly.
who do all these things.
very few people.
Mainly, most of the metal crowd, they try to generalize with other kind of music, but usually there are very less people on the other side who are trying to do the same.
So do you guys try to change this mentality, or are you guys like just fuck it, you know?
No, it's like
We don't
Live and let live,
it's, it's a very normal thing, and just a matter of perception. Like few people like soft music, few people like death metal. So, and few of them are there who like either of it.
Okay.
So, it's like not that they are wrong, that they hate metal or they don't like the growling, I mean, it's just their choice, But there are a few amount of posers and all who just go according to the trend, just force it,
I know what we're talking about.
just force themselves, just to look cool.
Yeah,
and
so
shit.
it's like
It's not-
you don't give a flying.
that's foolish.
You can't go and force everyone like, hey, you got to listen to metal, man.
Just a matter of if you
Do what
hate
you
it, you
want.
hate it, man. If you hate any genre, it's all right.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
मेरे देश में मेटल किधर है मेरे भाई?
So, do you think there's a growth potential in the metal scene over here? Do you think eventually an artist might be able to actually make his bread and butter through metal?
There are
In
a lot of
Bombay.
there are a lot of musicians who are
No, not
surviving.
musicians, as in rock and metal
Yeah.
artists.
Like a lot of metal guitarists, they give lessons and they teach in school and there is some kind of stability. You just need to go after it. So
What about as a band?
Yeah, as a
Your
band.
bread and butter as from the band.
Yeah,
as
there
a-
is scope. If you see from past 10 years, what was the scene before and what is the scene now?
Okay, I'll give you a best example. If you guys are updated, Cryptos has got 20 shows back to back in the United States. If their visa gets accepted, I think I heard this from Ashwin the other day.
Okay,
So Cryptos is on a run, man.
okay.
So I think if they're playing 20 shows and they're getting paid for all of it, dollars converted into money, Indian currency, they're set for a year.
Cool.
Yeah, but to make it big in India, I think it will happen, but not so soon.
You just need to
It's
keep
a
going
steady
after it.
rise.
Just don't give up, man. Just keep going. Sacrifice a little bit.
It's still not the same. Like, it's not the same there also. If you see US and all the states, there are many bands who are big, but they don't completely earn their bread and butter through it. They do something or the other also. They have their other work. It's music is many times a part-time job. For the drummer of Nile, you have heard stories, different stories, maybe that. They do different kind of things. They do workshops, they conduct clinics, music, and then they have other jobs, maybe share
Like
market.
Carl Sanders, he's an archaeologist,
Yeah.
ancient Egyptian archaeologist. That's how he writes all the lyrics and
Yeah.
and nothing is pentatonic. It's all Middle Eastern scales.
Cool. Uh, what what do you think that all these people who organize and all, how do you think they're supporting the scene? These places where you guys play, do you think they're actually supporting the scene, or they're just like not giving the artists their due?
Like you guys played a gig at Firangi Pani, I think.
That was atmosphere.
Atmosphere played. But then you guys had a gig or something which got canned.
That was Hard Rock Cafe.
Huh.
Yeah, we were supposed to.
Look at the fucking smile on his face.
We were supposed
this
to
is
play.
gonna be cool. Shoot it.
Yeah, this was supposed to happen on December 31st. Like, it's like a big thing for a metal band to play on the first night at Hard Rock Cafe. I think before that it was only Bhanak Moth who had played the launch pad at HRC. So these guys come up to us and they're like, do we organizing this party and you have to play? I'm like, oh, it's an HRC and you get a good sound. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, how much do you want us to pay? I was like, oh, you guys are actually paying? I said, we had a small talk and we quoted something. at least they had the courtesy to pay us in advance. But then later on, I think the main organizer pulled the string and he's like, oh, fuck the money, we can't get a metal band on the 31st night.
Okay.
It was just like 1 hour, you know. The party goes on till 3 or 4 in the morning, but our slot was just from 10 to 11.
Okay. Even that was crap.
They pulled it up, like, what's the use of the money when you just don't get to play? And we were waiting to play in HRC because it's like a good tag on your profile. They just pulled the plug and we were sitting at home and doing nothing, man.
Yeah, we fucked the 31st.
Oh,
That was
shit.
it
But
was
for
more
them
of like,
also it's
what's up?
justified because
Yeah, and
their business
As it
goes
is,
down
yeah,
sometimes.
giving flying fuck.
There's a
yeah,
metal
because
band.
you just walk in and there's a guy who's like, hey, don't come to HRC, there's a metal band playing. And they're paying 7 grand for an entry on 31st night. That's
Yeah, but
ridiculous.
then like if everybody thinks like that, then
It's
the
fucked
scene
up,
will
yeah.
never go up. If everybody says, "Oh, why metal band?"
Now you just
No.
need to start organizing metal shows on 31st, so that like-minded people can just come together.
Yeah, probably
fun.
that's probably the
Metal
right
party.
thing to do. Uh, so
Told him.
yeah, is there anything else that you guys want to say particularly about the scene, about anything?
Scene, just keep struggling, just keep playing, man, don't stop.
Anything to your fans that you guys want to say?
We have fans. Hello, people. Thanks for listening to us. That's all I can say.
No, but seriously, like fans are the ones who make the band.
Actually,
So I mean, like it's in the end, it's like you're basically like making music for yourself and for the fans that follow you.
yeah. Basically, we do write stuff for ourselves. Like, whatever just comes in our head, whatever is just feeling right at that point, we just connect everything.
What do you guys write about? What are your themes in general?
Politics, man, straight politics.
Straight politics.
Not
Just
just politics. We
politics,
have like certain issues, like personal issues as well.
He writes signals.
And but yeah, as in most of the songs we've covered like issues more towards corruption or the government. We've written a track on the terror attacks that happened,
November
and
26th.
we have motivational tracks as well. But it's not like a completely motivation song or something like that.
Okay,
But yeah, like it's there. Like we have songs on unity and all. So it's like every song of ours has a message that goes across. So not just like for fun or something.
So you're basically more of a slightly more politically inclined band. Do
Yeah,
you
because
guys generally
that's
keep
like the most happening situation in the city and in the country. Like, so many people are just unaware about what's happening. So why not use music as a medium to send a message across the people?
Or like we are doing that awareness job for the metal scene.
Yeah, because it's fun to write about, like, cutting throats and splitting your hands and, like, I'll come blood all over you and you do that same to me. That's all fine. Keep that to yourself. But then if you're a serious musician, you just need to write something. And, like, wake up people, like,
The
wake up
lyrics,
the
the
dead.
lyrics have to be productive. Yeah, there has to be some meaning and a message, or something. And that's what I feel. But not like particularly a message for all the songs, but the lyrics have to be meaningful. Otherwise, maybe the
For like,
song-
for example, Raging is a Machine, man. They were like,
Yeah.
they were totally based into the social thing. They were even arrested for being so open about all the issues. They played a gig outside UNICEF and they were arrested.
Oh shit.
All just watching them, some ideas to pass on the message.
And finally, like, do you guys have any album or any tracks coming out anytime soon?
We have recorded a few tracks, which is up on SoundClick. I think we put up 3 tracks. We are working on it, the remaining 4 tracks. But
Okay.
we would like to redo everything in a proper way, like live drums and
Okay.
good amplifiers. These are just rough demos for references and to
Cool.
get into the competition scene.
All right. Killer man, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Oh, you didn't ask about the religion.
Religion?
I think there's more time because now it's only 15 minutes for like
Oh, okay.
1 hour.
Yeah, cool. Let's ask this
religion.
religion thing. Okay. Cool. Shooting.
Past half an hour. It's still on.
So, what do you guys think about the mixture of music and religion? Do you think it's a good idea? especially considering the fact that there are some of these black metal dudes who are into all these anti-Christian activities and stuff. Do you think that that's okay? That's cool. It's
Man,
Well, as long as they want to write that kind of
it's
stuff.
their belief, man.
If you're a good musician, I'll come and watch you and appreciate what you're playing.
so it's only the musical perspective. Religion
No,
does
no,
not
nothing
really
like that.
matter for you guys.
It does matter, yeah. It does, like, but it depends from person to person. There are antichrist bands, but there are Christian bands as well.
Okay, no, for you guys, it's it's mostly about the music. Then.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah.
Why waste time on what?
No, it's
We
like
don't
you
want
should-
to fight and grip about something that they have come up with. With all respect, just take it the way it is, Because
Yeah, but those bands also have a message coming across, like
yeah, exactly.
which is
Well,
of communal
why-
violence.
Why do you want to
You know?
disturb people with such violent lyrics, man?
Yeah.
You just need to drink a beer and calm down.
Yeah, I think they should just go get some sleep. Yeah, they should just like focus on reality and rather than delusion.
Because it's reality.
Is this something that you would also put across if you were supposed to meet one of those Norwegian black metal bands? Would you tell them this
Yeah,
thing?
If you,
Like,
if
go
you
take a
would
beer,
ask
man.
me for a feedback, then I would definitely ask you to go sleep and give me all the beer.
And what about this whole funda about putting face paint and corpse paint and drinking blood on stage?
It's
and-
their style.
No,
man.
drinking
They
blood
do.
is gay. That's what that's gay. I mean, what the fuck are you up to, man? Go drink some water, get some beer, get higher.
That attitude is wrong.
Fuck
The
off.
basis of atmosphere also has that attitude, and that's very bad.
What attitude is that?
The very poser attitude, yeah, drink blood and.
Sorry, comment.
You do.
By the way, that's all. Basis of atmosphere.
So you know what I meant. Drinking blood is gay.
Sorry,
Now you know why. But it's all cool, yeah, in the end.
Let them do whatever they want.
Messages, there are just different ways and different messages and different sources. So it's all cool in the end.
Long live music, long live musicians.
It's a medium, yeah. That's all it is.